Hi, everybody. I am Kevin Ioli. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday. And the UFC did give us a nice dessert on Thanksgiving when they confirmed that former champion Conor McGregor would return to action to fight Donald Cowboy Cerrone on January 18th of next year in the main event of UFC 246. That fight will be fought at welterweight. I saw a little bit of disappointment online, the fact that he didn't fight Tony Ferguson or the lightweight champion Habib Nurmagomedov, maybe Dustin Poirier, Nate Diaz. Some people were complaining about Cerrone as the choice of opponent, basically based on the fact that he's lost his last two fights. Now, he lost basically to Tony Ferguson, who was just unbelievable. He's won 12 in a row, 17 of his last 18, and is expected to fight Habib in April for the lightweight championship. And the other fight was a loss to Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje, also one of the elite fighters in the world. Cerrone, though, has been on a roll, and he is known for bringing it. He's known for great fights, and I think this is the perfect opponent for both guys, honestly. And I'll tell you why. Starting with Conor, Conor has only had, on fight night, it will be one MMA fight in 38 months. So in over 3 years, he'll have had those 3+ rounds against Habib at UFC 229, and that will have been it. Nothing else. He fought Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match in 2017, but since winning the lightweight title against Eddie Alvarez in New York, Conor has not fought MMA except for that loss to Habib. And so you can't expect him to be at the top of his game. So I think when you do fair matchmaking, you look and say, where are guys in their career and how will they match up to give us a good, fun, entertaining fight? And I think these two guys come together perfectly. When you look at Donald Cerrone, Cerrone has had a wonderful career. He's been one of the top guys out there, but he fights so many top guys that he loses every now and then. 2017, he ends up losing 3 in a row. But who does he lose to? Let's look at that. He loses, gets knocked out by Jorge Masvidal, now the BMF. Then he loses to the lightweight champion, the past lightweight champion, Robbie Lawler. And then he gets beat by Darren Till. All three of those are big-time losses. I mean, they're elite opponents that he loses to. He comes back, he beats Yancy Medeiros, loses to Leon Edwards, and then he has 3 wins in a row, all good wins. Mike Perry, Alexander Hernandez, and Al Iaquinta. After the Iaquinta fight, everybody was fired up about Cowboy. He goes a month later into the Tony Ferguson fight. You know, Donald is 36. He doesn't take a punch as well as he once did. But I think, you'll see him come up in this fight, and I think you'll see him make a stand. He understands this might be his last big opportunity. Every chin only has so many punches in it, and Donald has taken a lot of punches. There's no doubt about that. He has fought the absolute best of the best and has never shied away. But he's a great opponent at this stage for Conor because of Conor's lack of activity. We can't expect Conor to be at his peak that he was when he beat Alvarez and when he was running through the featherweight and lightweight divisions. He hasn't fought. He hasn't trained all that time. He's had a lot of business interests. He had a boxing match. So that takes away a little bit from where he is. Now, I think Conor still has the ability to be an elite fighter at this point. He showed that against Habib. He had a pretty good third round against Habib. Did very well in that. But he has work to do. I think he needs to evolve his game and continue to get better. The question is, are we going to see Conor on a regular basis? I think if we see him twice or even better, 3 times a year, that would very much bode well for his performances because then he would get into that groove and his timing would be back and he would see things better and he would be able to set up his shots better. But I think at this point, a fight with Donald Cerrone is really the perfect match for him. It's the perfect match for Cowboy going up against a guy like Conor with the reputation. You beat Conor McGregor, that means something. Cowboy Cerrone will get another big fight out of it. But if you're Conor McGregor and you beat Cowboy Cerrone, it'll just prove that you're still there near the top. Maybe not at the top, but near the top and deserving of another big fight. I know that Conor wants to fight Habib again in a rematch. We'll see if he gets that. I mean, in his last 2 fights, Habib and Mayweather combined, he sold a little over 7 million pay-per-views. So I think if he looks good against Cerrone, I would not be surprised if he got a fight at the end of the year against the Habib Ferguson winner. That would not shock me at all. But I think he needs at least one win before he goes into those kind of fights. Cerrone is the perfect guy to try to get that against. I love it. I think UFC 246 is going to be a really fun event, and I can't wait. For Yahoo Sports, I am Kevin Iole. Have a great day and enjoy the fights, everybody.